Hey guys, it's Drew again. It's that time of year where we look back and remember, we recount and think about what we have and how we got here. And today I want to show you the top 10 prices that I've ever paid for any baseball card. So let's check it out. A lot of YouTubers are doing different videos showing off the lists of different cards in their collection, whether it's the top 10, 25, or even 100. And I wanted to do the same, and I decided I want to do where I'm showing off the top 10 prices I've ever paid for a baseball card that I still have within my collection. Now, I do want to give a caveat to this. This is not a bragging point. This is not to say, ooh, look at Drew, or look at the money he spent, or anything, because to be honest with you, I've spent decades putting together my collection, and when I've ever spent any amount of money, whether it's $1, $100, or even more, there's a plan involved with it. It talks about saving. It talks about building up and really having a desire for that specific card in order to spend that kind of money. So I don't want anybody out there that maybe doesn't have cards like this and think, oh man, it must be nice to have all that kind of money, because to be honest, I don't have all that kind of money. And I want to talk about throughout the video how I actually obtained some of these cards. Now, the other thing about this, which is kind of funny, is as I was getting this together, the top 10 cards, 6 of them I actually obtained this year in 2024, which is crazy to me. But like I mentioned, I had a plan, I had a goal, and I was able to achieve that. So we're going to start with my number 10. Now, this is a tie, and there's actually 4 cards that are tied at this price. And I spent $250 on 4 different cards over my collecting career. 3 of them, I believe it was 3, I spent this year. So I've showed these cards off. Most of these were national pickups, but let's show off these. So I spent $250 on my T206 Rube Waddell throwing card. And to me, it's just a glorious card. It's beautiful. I love the sunset and the colors in it. It's a great image. Anytime you see anything on Rube Waddell, there's only a few different poses they pick, and this was one that they usually use, whether it's in books or magazines, videos, or whatever. So love my my T206 Rube Waddell. The second one I actually picked up from another YouTuber, and I've told this story a number of times. And this is my 1915 Cracker Jack Bert Schotten card, and I again want to give a special thanks to Rick at Vintage Oddball Cards for holding this for me and giving me a great deal on such a beautiful card. Still can't believe I have a Cracker Jack card in my collection, so thank you again, Rick. The next one was quite a journey to actually get to it, and I bought this at the sort of the beginning of my card collecting year and saved up for it, and I had to find the right card at the right price, and I was really determined to not go over a certain amount of money. And not only did I not go over what I wanted to spend, I actually spent a little bit less than what I had budgeted for this card. So this is my 1955 Topps Jackie Robinson, and a beautiful example of it. I love the yellow, love the photo of Jackie Robinson, and just a classic card. So happy to have that. And then the last one is actually the card that I've had, I think, the longest out of my top 10. I've had this one for well over 20 years. I still can't believe I own it. I've told the story many times of how I got it. I won it on eBay. I was the only bidder on an auction that started at $250, and I won my 1955 Topps Jackie Robinson rookie card for $250. And just still thrilled to have this card and just absolutely love it. Next, going up, the price is $340, and I actually won this card a number of years ago, but not crazy long time ago, probably about 5 or 6 years ago in an auction, and it is my 1952 Topps High Numbers Peewee Reese card, and this is the only 52 Topps that I actually own is this card, and it's a high number as well. And it completed my Peewee Reese run outside of some regional cards, and I was really thrilled to add this because honestly, this was a card I never thought I would add in my collection. So happy to have that one. So just a little bit above that by $10, $350. Sammy Thunder actually helped me find this one up in Cleveland, and I was able to get my 1955 Stallmeyer Carl Erskine card, and this absolutely completed my Carl Erskine run. And just thrilled to have this one. This one I actually have sitting out on one of my card stands in my room, and every time I come up and look at it, I'm just like, I can't believe I own that card. So just a beautiful image of Erskine, and a classic way to finish off his run. and remember him who passed away earlier this year. The next one also was $350, and this one is kind of a I don't know, it's a little bit of a difference. I actually paid $300 for another card, but I had sold it for a little bit of a profit, and when I took the money from that, I bought this card. So I had bought previously for $300 a 1952 Bowman Mickey and Mantle, but I ended up selling that card and took the money, and I ended up buying this one, my 1953 Bowman Mickey Mantle. And another beautiful example of Mickey Mantle. And I just love this, and it helped complete the set that I have, and love the Mantle. So, and then also at $350, believe it or not, from a friend of mine who's a dealer, he found this and knew it was perfect within my collection, but I was able to get my 1954 Topps Hank Aaron card, his rookie, and absolutely love the Hank Aaron, and just the color on the back, beautiful. So thrilled to have this one. And now we're going to jump up a little bit in price. This one again at the National. Again, Sammy Thunder was there. Dom from Statement Sports Cards, and Mike from Scoots Collectibles were all there with me. It was a great experience. There was only 2 cards in the entire show that I saw of this card. The other one was way high graded and way out of my price range. And the dealer on this one was really a stickler, and he was kind of being a little strong-handed, but Sammy came in for the save and helped me out, being a true hobby hero. But that's my 1938 Goudey Heads Up Jimmy Foxx with scribbles, and then ended up negotiating it down, and we got it for $560. I was trying to go for $550, and the guy wouldn't budge. And I'm like, this is one of those for $10. I am not going to let this card walk. So a great example. Love this card. Love this card. And finally, the most money I've ever spent on any collectible by far in my life. And I don't think I've actually announced what I've spent, but a number of you guys know who are there. And it's another opportunity to show this card off. But this is the card that for literally 3 years I saved and did not buy anything to be able to save up to be able to get this card. It is by far the most I've ever spent on a baseball card, and that is my 1948 49 Leaf Ted Williams. Beautiful card. Absolutely can't believe I have this card, and I spent exactly $1,000 on this baseball card. So there you go. So nearly $4,000 make up the top 10 of cards that I ever paid within my collection. And honestly, I don't have any regrets. You know, I've bought and I've sold, but I've worked hard, and I've had a plan. You know, sometimes I had to sell other cards. In fact, a lot of times I had to sell other cards. I had to do extra things. You know, if you know about my card stands, I made and worked at those things and designed and sold, and a lot of that helped pay for these cards that I showed off today. So there's my top 10 highest prices I've ever paid for baseball cards within my collection. So I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing a card show. I don't do too many of them, but I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for the support, and until next time, you guys be good.